This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
Alright, so once again, hello guys and welcome back to this fifth course of our course about the complete introduction to the dark web. So in today's course, we are gonna talk about the principal myths and the legends that are around the deep web. I'll give you some examples in this course that you'll see on the PowerPoint, and I'll say some other examples as well. So let's start. So the first myth is that the dark web is huge. Once again, I'm not talking about the deep web, I'm talking about the dark web itself. So the deep web is, as I said, something around 94-96% of the whole internet. The dark web himself, well, is not that big compared to all this. It's only something around 500,000 websites. So once again, it's very, very small compared to the deep web as a whole. So once again, when we talk about the dark web, is all the things that are hidden beside the Tor network and all the things that you need, you need special softwares to get access to. So once again, it's not that huge if we compare it to the surface web or if we compare it to the whole deep web as a whole. So once again, that's from sources that you can find on if you make your research, the sources mention that it's not that big. All right, so the second thing, the dark web is illegal. So until now, you know that the dark web has some very bad things in it, but once again, it's not illegal in itself. Getting access to the dark web, like getting on the dark web, installing these softwares and getting on, I don't know, any type of website on the dark web is not illegal. It's what you're doing after that. If, for example, you just get on the dark web and play around and visit, well, it's not illegal. But if you try to buy, let's say, weapons, well, that's where it becomes illegal. So as I said, dark web as itself is not illegal. It's legal to go on it because, as I said in my past classes, you can have very interesting information there, and you can use it for a lot of educational stuff. Educational purposes. So as I said, you have a lot of books, you have a lot of points of view on a lot of different things. It's really an amazing place if you know how to use it, because if you don't know how to use it, well, it can be a very bad thing. Third thing, dark web is completely anonymous. So yes, by using the softwares associated with getting access to the deep/dark web, you are supposed to be anonymous, but once again, it depends what you're doing online. So there is a lot of people that are attracted by the dark web, and not all of those people are there for the right reasons. So you can have hackers. That's a huge place for hackers, and yes, you can get attacked, and yes, depends of what you're doing. There is some kind of stuff that you can, if you do, well, you can get in trouble with law, or for example, getting attacked by other people on the dark web, because once again, if you are there just to learn things and just to read books and to get information, well, it's not a big deal. But once again, if you try it, it's anonymous until someone wants to track you. For example, if the law wants to track you because you've done something illegal, well, then it's not gonna be anonymous anymore, because they have the budget to find you. So yeah, it's anonymous, but just to a certain point. It's not completely anonymous. There is nothing on the internet that is 100% anonymous. Dark web is only used for crimes. So until now, I think you know my point of view about the dark web. If you know how to use it the right way, well, it's not a bad thing. Once again, as I said, you can find beautiful information. You can find books that you can't find necessarily in libraries, or books that are very, very hard to find on Amazon. You can find PDFs of those books. You can find really quality information there. as well as you can find forums on a lot of different topics, which can be political, financial, about governments. There is no censorship. So once again, it's not only for crimes, it's for people like you and me who just want to learn new things. Yes, you have criminals on the dark web, but you have even more criminals on the surface web. Why is it like this? Because on the surface web there is a lot more people. So if we talk about cyber criminality, trust me that hackers will be more present on the surface web than on the deep web, because on the dark web, sorry, because the dark web doesn't have a lot of traffic compared to the surface web. And that's why hackers will tend to attack more surface web websites than dark web websites, because it's harder to attack those the websites that are on the dark web, because once again there is not that much traffic and everyone's using the Tor network, and it's way more harder to reach those people than to reach people on surface web, where the information is way more accessible. If we talk about crimes, like not cyber crimes but real crimes, well, that's the exact same thing. Criminal activities happen more on surface web than they happen on the deep/dark web, because once again there is way more people on the surface web than on the deep/dark web. So yeah, that's for the crimes. And once again, as I told you before, the dark web can be used for a lot of good stuff, a lot of good purposes. So for me, it's not a place of crimes, and for a lot of people who know how to use it, it's not a place of crimes. It can be, once again, a good place for informations. It's very hard to access the dark web. No, it's very easy to get access to the dark web. What's hard, it's navigating the dark web the right way. Finding websites or links to different websites, it's very easy. But once again, you don't want to get on websites where you have viruses and your computer gets attacked or shut down, because once again, it's not a crime, it's not a place only for crimes. But once again, if you click on the wrong link, well, you can get on websites that you don't really want to get on. This is why it's not hard to access it, but using it the right way, well, it's a bit more harder. It's gonna take you a bit of time to find the places where you can find the things that you're looking for. For example, you want to find information, I don't know, about let's say political regime of a certain country. Well, you have specialized websites there. Let's say you want to find a book about I don't know, the sea. Well, you have places on the deep web where you can find this book, or books related to your subject. You have places where you have a lot of knowledge. So once again, it's not hard to access the dark web, but it's harder to know how to navigate the right way through the dark web. So you don't really need to be an expert to get access to this website. So that's for all the myths that are around the dark web. And then once again, it's very important for you guys to not believe all the creepypasta that you can see on YouTube or any other platform about the deep/dark web, because a lot of those people who are saying a lot of things about deep/dark web is they are never been there, or they've been there for like 30 seconds and they just leave. Because once again, it's if you know how to use it the right way, well, it's more a boring play. It's like in the normal internet, but just websites are less let's say flashy or less attractive. That's the only thing. But besides of that, if you know how to use it, well, it's a really great place to learn new things, and most of all, learn new things and read new books. So that's it for this course, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you in our next class, where we are gonna talk about the softwares that we can use to get access to the deep web.